But then when there's something separates both of you, those things, come to start hitting on your head, and you're over here thinking, wait a minute, I'm missing out on this. Then I decided, take her out. We went out, had a good time, and I said, man, all the things I'm missing, just because you're with one person doesn't mean that it's going to become a vicious circus, wife. And I'm looking forward to keep on doing it again.
That's good. Sometimes it's
But I'm still hanging on, I talked to a couple of people about it. I talked to you about it and what's going on with my situation at the weekend, And that really kind of get me mad, but I don't want to get too mad because of what happened to me, and I got to be up in the hospital for 4 days, so I don't want to stress myself out too much about it. They sent me home because they cut some other job, and you know what I mean, so I have to go back home. So
on the streets,
yeah,
trying to stop the violence, and his brother was coming through on his way home, and he ran into us, so he was able to participate in one of our community activities that we always have. And that was a good thing, man. He came out here, got the word in, the community got fed, the word got out. And yesterday on Welly Avenue, by the pizza spot in Winsboro. So that was a good thing, man. That's what we're gonna be doing anyway. You get involved in the community events, and so he was able to kind of run into one without actually.
Right? Well, then I was like, what? So I'll just stop, man. Even though I got some cold stuff in my car and everything, so I was like, I'm gonna stop here, man, and see what's going on and everything, man. So, well, everything was all right, man. I was there, and they started serving pizza and everything.
Hey, you have a good week.
That's good, man. Man, jump all over my car, man. They was all under the hood like ants, man. I like that, man. Yeah, they were telling me this and hooking little wires in with them too. They was helpful, man. I love to see that. And that's a good thing. I got to bring it back over there, It's so ironic that we talk about that because today's topic is balancing work and family. And that's one of the things that could even have taken you away from some of the things you've done when you balance that work and that family. It was
By doing the right thing in your work and family.
Role model.
the role model my father gave me, balancing work and family.
Be a provider to your family, spend time with them, do things with them. That's important.
Spend time.
Be a provider.
So you want to spend that time, but you also have to spend time at work and provide for them. Right? The role model my father gave me on balancing work and family, was.
I never had a father. I ain't had nothing.
Right.
But somebody gave me
Stay true to your family and always be there for them. Balance work and family. The role my father gave me on a personal level was not to be like him. I really never seen him working. So the other people outside that I would watch. So it was more like basically just don't be like him.
Work and family was.
The role model my mom gave me to support your family and just to work to the best of your ability. My mom was basically my father, so I knew my dad worked, but he wasn't there. My mom was basically there. She worked, came home, cooked, cleaned, took care of me. That was our family, just me and her. So I just brought that trait to my kids when they're with me.
My brother right here because, like you say, my mother was my father, and my father had a job. He had 2 jobs, as a matter of fact. So he would come get us during the summer sometime, so we could work with him. I was the man of the house anyway. I'm the oldest here for everybody else.
Since you were the older, you were the senior.
Mm-hmm.
You had to take precedence. You had to be the captain of the ship.
You had to handle the whole weight.
You had to be the chief in the truck.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's all right. Yeah. Okay. Hold the weight, huh? Different.
now that
Yeah.
compared to what was done for me.
Mm-hmm.
Be around for my kids more.
Be around for my kids more.
I am today from the beginning of what I call becoming a responsible family man.
One thing I would do different, be there in my life, my kid life more, because before I wasn't being there because, like I say, I was working a lot before, and they understand that I have to work to take care of them because I was the only one working in the house. I like to be there more for them, be a better parent. I would love to be a role model for them so that someone they can look up to about anything they need in their life or to talk about anything.
Focus on his goals. Gotta keep that focus, man. You don't wanna lose the focus of your goals, man. It's one of the things we use when we come in the program. Give us 3 goals. You don't wanna lose focus on that. You got a goal, you got a deadline.
More of an open communication with my kids. Being able to relate to their situations with an open mind.
Communication, have more open communication, real life, real talk.
I like that one when he said communication. Just being there, being there for my children, just letting them know that we are one, and that communication is a very, very important. So that's one of my biggest goals. We often just sit down and just talk. If we don't do nothing but at the dinner table, playing around. So I would also go along with communication.
One thing I would like to do differently is,
I wish I could have all my kids live with me. Besides that, I really can't take nothing back because I learned from all my mistakes. So, you know, everything else is just a learning experience. So I would like to do nothing differently. I just learn from it. But besides that, yeah, I would just rather take all my kids with me. That's about it.
Had to concentrate more on my education than on sports.
concentrate more on education.
I got just pushed through my grades because I was a good athlete. So I would have been probably, graduated college by now if I wouldn't have been playing sports,
Right.
you know.
That's heavy.
Wow. Yeah. Adam?
My father, he was always a hard worker. He always told me, always do your best. And so it's the same thing comes to your family. You always should do your best also. But you always gotta keep them separate, your work and family.
My job is exercise.
Exercise?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Exercise, huh? One more?
I guess, just general communication with others.
But dealing with the kids,
Dealing with the kids?
yes, being a school bus driver, so
Okay.
dealing with the kids. Second one would be relationship between the co-workers,
What is it?
the relationship between the co-workers,
Relationship between the co-workers.
and meeting new friends.
Meeting new friends. I'm gonna leave another mark. Okay. All right, service. Eric. Three pleasures I get from my work are.
Yes.
Big job, very serious.
Meet different people.
Okay. Did I get or got from my work are.
I got from my
pleasure, just being able to get the job done.
Get the job done. Okay?
And just pretty much working.
Working. Pleasure working, man. I got a job, man.
Working, so I put, I'm using this class.
Where you working?
I said I'm not working, so I'm utilizing, I guess, I'm utilizing this class. I just put,
When you were working, what were the pleasures?
assisting others not to, make poor judgment decisions.
Assisting others? Mm-hmm.
Nurturing and understanding,
Okay. Nurturing.
elevation.
Self-elevation. It's good to have that person come in, man, that helps, that really brings you, makes your day when they come in, man, they help you. Sometimes vibrant, when they come in, they bring that energy, man, and, next thing you know, man, y'all, they going by, like, it's good to have good co-workers around you. It's very good.
Their goals.
Watching others reach their goals.
And having a sense of humor.
Having a sense of humor.
And just having a successful day. And that's just by someone smiling and you learning from them.
See, even a smile is charity, man. You gave them something, Humor is very good a little bit. Brian?
And then I got satisfaction I get from helping somebody out, and then the satisfaction I got from helping them out helps them to put a little bit more money in my pocket so I can spend it on my kids, as far as the checks goes.
So you got income? You got
Which you're able to, for me to get an income, for me to help my kids out. So it's all like a circle,
Because you told me to come there.
Right.
And then they helping you out.
Right.
So by them helping you out, they helping me out.
Right.
They all under the engine.
One hand washes the other.
That's it. Yeah.
I do.
Being with my family. 3 pleasures I get from my work are.
First of all, is that paycheck, that income. And feeling good about myself, And I guess keeping myself busy.
Get
Feeling
from
love.
being with my family are
Being respected.
being respected, feeling love, being respected. We are.
I put down the time we spend together with my present family.
Okay.
Second one is when my biological kids get to come home. And it's always, it's a good thing, we share like it's a big family. And the one that fills me the most is when we're all having dinner together at the table and nobody looks at each other differently. We're all just a big family.
Okay. Dinner together.
Appreciate that. So we're all set. So as Blaney mentioned, just kind of talk about when you were here before and how many years that's been and why it's been important to you to kind of have this exposure to the guys and what it means in your life. So we're all set. We're all set when you are.
Okay. Well, New Haven Home Recovery, man, it's been a real...
Please, if you would.
All right.
We're all set.
All right, New Haven Family Alliance, man, been a really quilt over me, man. It kept me warm in my bad times, man. I've been cold out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying, before I came here in 2003. When I got here, I was so messed up, man, and the brothers just came to me with open arms, man, and they welcomed me, and they made me a better father, better parent, from all of the sessions that I had. I learned so much stuff from different brothers, speaking about what they've been through, and I shared about what I've been through, and it's been a real good thing that happened to me, you know, by me coming here. Okay, like I said, I graduated from here in 2003, and I saw Blaney at one of the Brotherhood groups gathering we had, and he told me, he said, Wayne, why don't you come by and do an interview? I was like, man, no doubt, man, no doubt. I'm here for you, you know, anything you ask me. I'm here for you because when I needed you was open arm. You know, you helped me out, and anything I could do to help you, I will. Anything for this company that's yeah, like I say, when he called me, it was automatic. You know, I ain't had no second thoughts about it. You know, because this group is I think every man that I know for myself, this is an I statement, I know should come through this group, you know, because this program is for men, stability, to have stability, you know what I'm saying? It gives you the know-how to be a father. It helps you to be a better man, period, parent to your kids. It was just one of them things that I didn't know what I was going to do before I got here. But after I got here, I knew exactly what I wanted out of life and what I wanted to do and how I wanted to raise my kids, you know. If it wasn't for this place and my religion, you know, I would have been probably lost. I'd probably been a statistic or, you know, one of them brothers that's doing a fistful of time. But, you know, they laid it out. This program laid it out. You know, it's just like a map. You know, they laid it out, and I followed the directions, and I found my way. You know, like I say, if it wasn't for this place, you know, I would have been a statistic probably, you know.
Was, you know, in whatever's going on with our problem, and they come and they provide us with that information that we need, and they even help us to give us phone number, extension, so you call me, contact such and such person, and that opens up our mind. You know, sometimes we get blocked in, and that's why we have many problems, or we bump into situations, unfortunately, because lack of information, but they're here to provide us with whatever we need. Oh yeah, coming into the program in the beginning, I felt a little bit uncomfortable. Didn't think that I was defeated for being here, that, you know, it was injustice for me to put me in this program. But coming down the line, the reality is that I've learned a lot from the program. Hearing from other fellows that have come in, that have been into deeper situation and have come, you know, out of the situation, succeeded in life. The program also helped me understand a lot of things that I couldn't understand as a father, as how to have a family. You know, there were a lot of things that I thought that, you know, by being strict or, you know, being raised the same way my parents raised me back in the days, I thought that same thing I could do now, to raise them with the same respect that I treat others. But times change, kids change, their behavior are different than back in the days. I guess that nowadays most of the kids lose kind of respect for parents, and we try to teach them the same respect they showed us from the beginning, and it doesn't work like that. We have to blend in with the new society. Kids are more vulnerable. You have to, you know, expect something from them, but not push it to the limit. And when you see something that's going kind of wrong, it's one of the things that I learned from the program. You have to, you know, sit back, take some air, and then come back to the situation, speak to the child about it calmly. And they have shown me here that by me being aggressive, Not physically, but by me being aggressive, sometimes speaking, or by my face reactions. I put fear into the kids, and most of the time they tend to do whatever they want to because they're afraid in a way, and they want to confront you, especially when you're a stepfather to the family. They know, well, this is not my father. He can't tell me what to do, what not to do. Those are things or conflicts that you bump into, and as a stepfather, I didn't know how to deal with it. Coming here to the program has shown me that there are things that are ways that I can speak to a stepchild and have him, settle down and work it my way. This program really brings a lot in common that my parents used to raise me like that. But I see it in a different way now because my parents were strict. And back in the days it was different. Nowadays you could be strict but not take it to the extreme. And this program has shown me not to take things to the extreme. When I feel that I'm going to go overboard, take a minute, relax, then come back to the problem. Same thing as, when you're talking to your wife. There are sometimes words that you say that hurts. They don't show you, their feelings inside of them, but we're hurting them. There's always, times when they say words and they hurt us, but us as men tend to be more aggressive, come out in the open and say things that in a moment of anger, we don't really mean to say them. But our pride as a man is, you know what? I said it, leave it at that. We don't take the time or the moment to say, you know what, this is the mother of my kids. This is the woman I love, and let me go back, apologize. Let me go back and tell her this and that. Let me say I'm sorry. And it's very difficult for a man to say I'm sorry, like it was for me. But this program has shown me that just by me saying I'm sorry, or just by me crying before my family or my kids doesn't make me less of a man.
Perfect. All set when you are.
When I first came here, I wouldn't say, I was court ordered, so I was kind of like, I really don't want to do this. So, but as we went on, like second week, third week, I realized how helpful this is, and how much I was left in the dark before about my rights and how I could get more involved. And now I'm learning every week, so it helps, definitely helps.
So go for it.
So you want me to talk about the paperwork and stuff?
We're all set.
While we're doing the paperwork for classes, the questions we get to, that we got asked makes you really think about how you feel, what you want to change, and it gets you really thinking like, well, what's really going on? Like before I came to these classes, as everything happened, it just happened. But now when things happen, I really think about it, like what's gonna be the outcome? Is it gonna be positive or negative? And get you really thinking before. What I definitely noticed was before I choose my action, I really think about it, like whether it's really gonna be the right choice or it's gonna be the wrong choice, and pretty much the outcome of it.
We're all set.
All right. Well, if I have to grade myself now, difference I noticed was how I would grade myself now than I would back then about making choices. It'll be a lot higher now because I'm really thinking about my actions than before.
Pick the man who would be the father of your grandchild. What characteristics would you like him to have? And what we did, the list that we came up with was non-judgmental. They want that father to be loving, want him to be respectful, nurturing, a good teacher, what they say they mean, somebody career oriented, somebody spiritual minded, knowledgeable. I went for which of these characteristics did your father have? We had several of the characteristics on that list that we had. We talked about being career-oriented, stern, respectful, non-judgmental. With the most potential. I read 3 scenarios to you last week. I'm going to read them to you again, and then I want you guys to think them through. If you look at the handout, you're going to give the father with the most potential, because I think you guys, everybody pretty much picked one, right? From what I read last week.
Mm-hmm.
what we're going to do is we're going to give them the National Association of Quality Fathers recognizes that the recipient of the 2005 Father with the Most Potential Award is this, and pick out the special qualities, 3 qualities, or 6 actually, qualities that you think this person has out of the 3 folks I'm going to read to you again about, all right? Everybody with me on that?
Yep.
All right, candidate 1, Terry is 24 years old, unemployed father. He's a 24-year-old unemployed father. His girlfriend Joyce just had their first child. Terry was supportive of Joyce throughout her pregnancy. Although he was looking for work, he took time to go with Joyce on every doctor visit and regularly gave her back rubs. Terry and Joyce also attended childbirth classes together, and he was in the delivery room when the baby was born. Terry sees Joyce and the baby almost every day, but he rarely has money for Joyce. This causes arguments from time to time. Joyce is usually okay, but her mother hates Terry because he doesn't work. That's number 1. Now, those of you that was here for the self-sufficiency class, can you be self-sufficient and be unemployed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kenny recently dropped out of school to get a job to support his newborn baby. He has a low-paying job at a self-service gas station. Kenny maintains regular contact with Cherie, his child's mother, but she often criticizes him for not spending more time with her and the baby. Kenny gives Cherie money every month. It's not a lot, but it's regular. He also provides some child care or arranges it with his mother. Cherie doesn't think that Kenny should leave the baby with his mother so much, but Kenny feels Kenny feels that his child should spend time with his grandmother as well as his parents. Kenny loves his child, but he's beginning to think that things won't work out with Cherie. That's candidate number 2. Now candidate number 3 is Ed. Ed is a 16-year-old high school junior. He's a good athlete and is well-liked by his friends. His girlfriend, Mercedes, just had her first baby. Ed has kept his grades up and divides his time between school and a part-time job. Ed visits Mercedes and the baby as much as possible. He is often tired after going to school all day and working at night and on the weekends. So really, he spends very little quality time with them. Ed has encouraged Mercedes to get her high school diploma. Ed plans to go to college next year. He wants to work with computers. Ed believes that their baby will have a better future if he and Mercedes have good jobs and a solid education. Now last week, a certain one, so what I want you to do is I want you to pick what qualities best qualifies your choice for choosing the father with the most potential, and then we're going to figure it out and give that person an award. Because this thing is about you thinking through it and being able to make decisions. You may not be able to come up with 6, but if you come up with 3 or 4, I mean, I'll be all right with that. The whole thing is to get you to think about it, because a lot of times we make decisions based on what's happening now. We don't see, usually you're not making decisions as a father based on,
Future.
excuse me?
Future.
You're making up what's happening now, and what we're gonna do. Like right now, one of the things me and my girl talking about, you guys probably went through the traditional African marriage on Mother's Day, right? One of the things we're talking about now is getting at home. We have the time to sit down and discuss it as a couple. But if you're gonna, what I want you guys to look at is it realistic to expect somebody to have all these characteristics? Is it realistic for someone to expect you to have all these characteristics? And what characteristics do you identify with and you put down on this piece of paper? You follow what I'm saying?
Nobody's perfect.
Based on just a little bit of information you got. Because a lot of times, how are you gonna get to know your son-in-law?
By spending time with him.
That's the only way.
Right.
Can he fool you? Can you be fooled? What?
You can be.
Yeah. Back in the day, you couldn't take out and looking for
Yeah,
potential.
respectful. If like my mom used to say, if a guy comes in the house and takes off his hat, then he's respectful. If a guy shakes your hand, he's respectful. My mom always told me shake somebody's hand. So I know if I got a daughter, somebody comes in the house and he don't shake my hand or this and that, I'm gonna still say something, but I'm gonna say something to my daughter. As far as, did he let you in the car first? Did he do this and do that?
But your daughter's gonna be looking for your opinion, Father.
Right.
If you're actively involved with your daughter, or you're actively involved with your son, They're gonna be looking for your opinion.
Because they don't know, no, I said they don't know no better, but they're just going on whatever that guy brings when he goes out with her, or whenever your son will go out with a girl, that's what they're used to.
So you need to be able to make this call based on.
Basically, which one wants to opinionate off of the information that you give us.
And that's it. Because what are you dealing with if your son walks in with a young lady and said, "Dad, I want you to meet my new girlfriend, Cherie." Hey, son, how you doing, Cherie? You know, my dad, and she makes eye contact with you. She shakes your hand. You know, that's about all you might get. You know, with son, you know, you're gonna bring up. Well, Cherie, how'd you like to come over for dinner? You might do that to have more time to sit around and to get to know the young lady. But for the most part, your child's looking for you to kind of acknowledge the fact that I made this choice, Dad, and I value your opinion. That's why I'm bringing her around you. The girl that might have the rep in the neighborhood, Dad might know about. I might not bring her around you. You know what I'm saying? But say he does bring the girl who has a rep in the neighborhood around you.
It's only a rep, though. It doesn't really hold any weight.
You really don't know.
It holds weight, but it doesn't hold too much weight.
But that little one-on-one time
With that
around her to see
individual, yeah, right.
exactly what type of person she really is.
Right. So we 16 years old.
So you might have to read the whole paper. You already read one, then you're going to go
Looking for the father with
the most.
the most.
Have glasses inside glasses.
Number one, show of hands. All right, tell me why.
You can see that he has a little respect for his baby mother. If you went to the classes, you got respect. You want to be there. So in the long run, it looks like he might be there in the long end. He's trying. That's what I can really say. He sounds like he's really trying.
What qualities did you put right down?
I just put respect, to be honest with you.
Respect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
So.
Well, yeah. I said number one. It feels like, to me, he's graduated from male involvement. Now,
Feels like he just graduated from the program.
yeah.
He said
Graduated from the program.
He's trying to, you know.
You just threw that in there?
Yeah, that's just my perception of him. Like, you know, the qualities that they try to, you know what I'm saying, show us here, it seems like he has those qualities, you know.
He's getting the right uppercut.
Right.
There for his child, that he's not giving up on his views of being down without employment. And if I can remember correctly, he has open communication with his baby's mother.
Saying, he sound like he's trying, like he's there for his baby mother. He's not working, but I mean, he got the respect for her. Like she come home from work or whatever, he's rubbing her feet, you know. What else? Karen, you know.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
If something else comes to mind, you let me know.
Yeah.
What you write down for his qualities? Or those three?
Yeah, loving, caring, and respect.
You get that from that loving, caring?
Yeah, and yeah, that was it.
Respect. Good.
You don't push your child to your baby. I mean, you don't push your child to your grandmother or to your grandmother-in-law, whatever. But if he's working, they say like the first guy said, even though he's not working, but he's with his baby mother. The second one, all right, he's working, but he really doesn't spend as much time with his baby mother. I mean, with his child, even though he works. So I don't know. It kind of fluctuates, like, you know, just because he dropped out, whatever. So I don't know. He's trying too, because he got a low-paying job. He sees his daughter, so, you know, I'll put my hand up for two too. I was gonna put my hand up for all three of them, to be honest with you.
But I'm saying, like, I think if he was showed another way, he wouldn't have had to have dropped out of school to prosper, you know what I'm saying, financially. You know, he could have took night classes, you know what I'm saying? There were just different
outlook
avenues that he could have took. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just blatantly just drop out of school. You know.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that he.
I know he's going to eat up in the long run. That's why I didn't pick number 2.
Yeah, but it's,
because I mean, he could have helped it, even though he quit the job, he quit the school to go to work at a job to support his kid. I mean, that's kind of good, but he should have stayed. Like you say, he could have switch up instead of dropped out.
Somewhere
It's
like
like you said, I think
got his
you just
GED. He could have went and got his GED.
About that, when the boss was sitting there, I'm using you as an example, just understand what I'm saying. When he's like, yo, Blaney, where you gonna be at? You know what I'm saying? If you stay here opposed to going back to school. You know what I'm saying?
Tim.
That was Tim, okay. You know,
yeah, but I mean, some probably could have went tonight or could have went somewhere else. But the same token, then you look at it like, if he works during the day, he watches his son at night, or his baby mother might do something at night. So it's kind of topsy-turvy as far as jobs.
He didn't say that.
Right. Yeah, that's
You know
what I mean.
I'm
So that's where the
saying?
topsy-turvy comes in.
We can only go.
When it's my parenting time, right, and if I have to go to work, I have the responsibility for seeing that my child is cared for, right?
Right.
Okay. So if he say, well, listen, I got to go run do some shopping for the baby. The baby sleep. Could you watch the child? If he gets called into work, he's during his parenting time, he's responsible for seeing the child get daycare. People can get mad and say, well, every time you get the baby, you leave him with your mom and you're going off doing your thing. That sounds a little emotional to me. Women trying to track, what you're doing and stuff.
That's your quality time you're supposed to be spending. Not Monday through Friday. If you go Monday through Friday and you say, Ma, here, Monday, Ma, here, Tuesday, Wednesday, here. You know what I mean? So what Monday I here, now Thursday, Ma, here. So now you got Tuesday, you could have spent, so you're not trapping me, but a little bit. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, no, I value your opinion. I just feel like, part of a child's identity is knowing the grandparents.
True, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta know the
Right, but that's just like my, you know what I'm saying, day.com. Now I have a choice,
Right.
Seeing that I'm not working. I have a choice that I could leave her with grandma. You know what I'm saying? But grandma didn't make her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I made her, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm blessed to be able to bring her here with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring her and I spend that time with her. Now on days when I want that me time, or if I feel like the weather's bad, you know what I'm saying, then I will elect to say, Grandma, do you mind, you know what I'm saying, watching her. I just don't take it for granted because she's older and she can sit at home that, I got something to do, even though it's something good. You need to watch